What would Dolly do if someone told her she should tone down her style?
I'd say go to hell, I ain't doing it.
Dolly Parton, a name synonymous with glitz glamour, has always remained unapologetic about her sense of style. Over the years, her distinctive appearance has been both celebrated and criticized.
Just the kind of person that would have had me some maid.
You don't have to look like this. You're very beautiful. You don't have to wear the blonde wigs. You don't have to wear the extreme clothes, right?
No, it's certainly a choice.
Today, Dolly is back in the spotlight with the upcoming release of her first rock album titled Rockstar, and her new podcast series, What Would Dolly Do Radio. The new 4-part series recently premiered on Apple Music. In a revealing moment on her podcast, Dolly revealed that if she had taken the advice of a 14-time Grammy winner to tone down her style, we may have never seen the superstar that she is right now. Who shared this advice? And what was Dolly's response? Let's find out. Her interview with Barbara Walters is a masterclass on how to handle critics.
Dolly, where I come from, would I have called you a hillbilly?
If you had of, it would have been something very natural, but I would have probably kicked your shins or something.
But it wasn't just critics that Dolly had to deal with. Sometimes the questions and criticism came from people closer to her. She spoke about being physically punished by her preacher grandfather. More details on it on the video link on the left. Dolly, even after entering the country music scene, was once questioned by her friend, fellow country music star and 14-time Grammy winner, Chet Atkins. As some of you may remember, Dolly and Atkins had also collaborated on a popular song from 1976 titled, "Do I Ever Cross Your Mind?" Dolly said in the podcast, "One of my dear friends and one of the most beloved people in the whole business was Chet Atkins. He was running RCA at the time, and he pulled me over to the side because he really liked me. He said, 'Dolly, I really don't believe that people are going to take you serious as a singer and songwriter unless you tone down your look. You're a right pretty girl. You don't need all that.' And I said, 'Well, okay, I'll take that to heart, Mr. Atkins. Thank you for your advice.' And of course, I just got worse with it. And years later, after I became a star, he sidled up beside me and said, 'Now, ain't you glad you listened to my good advice?' Dolly spoke about how other mothers at school believed she was a bad influence on their daughters due to her hair and makeup. They thought she appeared too cheap, too flashy. And their daughters were the ones that were making all the trouble, running with the boys and all that, and I was actually pretty innocent in that respect," Dolly added. Behind Dolly's fearless attitude was the wisdom of her mother. Growing up, her mother's advice served as a guiding light, teaching Dolly the importance of staying true to oneself. So Mama was the one that would kind of, if I would say, "Hey Mama, when you sew this little thing, put a little padding so I can push my boobs up just a little." Mama would say, "Well, you better not tell your daddy I did that." Mama trusted me too. She knew that I was a singer and I was creative and that I was different. And so she tried to keep me in check as much as she could. But she did understand. What are your thoughts on Dolly Parton's unmatched style? Let me know in the comments section, and please subscribe to Country Beat Daily.